quick point about loving thy neighbour as thyself, loving your neighbour as yourself. My neighbours are abusive. They're abusive. They abuse themselves. They're ignorant. If they for a second believe that I was going to treat them as I would treat myself, then knowing that I treat myself with dignity, their abuse would I'm not even thinking about it. I just know that when your neighbours are abusive, love them as yourself, as them. If you were an abusive neighbour, what would you want your neighbour to do for you? So love them as yourself, as them as yourself, meaning I'm not going to accept or allow their abuse to affect my dignity. I'm not going to succumb to their abusive It's quite a big point. I'll come back to it now. I've got this note. The point is though, one needs to understand things from a perspective that love thy neighbour as thyself suggests that you shouldn't go around loving everyone as you want to be loved yourself, which in itself is basically correct, though you cannot love those that will abuse you regardless of what you are or do or give to them. And love, what's love anyway? It's a noun that cannot be turned into a verb, and therefore does not exist in my rationale. Though, so then how does one express love thy neighbour as thyself without the word love? Cause no suffering, starting with self, honestly. Consider how you deal with those around you in a considerate way that considers all life. And so those that are not considerate in the dealings that are around you, what's the solution? I mean, I'm really not interested in creating concentration camps where they can be retrained, or like the Chinese way, or though equal money for a start. I mean, even that will bring its problems initially, though it is a solution. Without that solution in place, Lord, please, please, forgive myself as I have allowed myself to plead. Lord, it's a slogan, isn't it? Love thy neighbour as thyself. I'm really at the point where I'm reviewing, rather than just dropping everything. I dropped everything out. I've been, oh God, it's a long story, and I mean, I quite enjoy watching other people's stories, but I'm reluctant to tell mine because I don't see anything other than the risk of glamouring people into suffering. Sufferance. I fucking suffered, me, for my stupidity. There's no two ways about it. There's nothing clever about avoiding work. I've avoided work. I've incapacitated myself, so now I'm unable to work by avoiding work because of my reluctance to participate in the abusive nature of the capitalist. You know, you're in a factory working, getting paid less than someone who's doing less than you, who's more comfortable, got a better car, more free time, a bigger smile, and they couldn't have any of that without you doing what you're doing. It's like, I'm thinking, fucking hell, this is it. I'm going getting stoned. And I did. I went and got stoned. And then suffered for my stupidity, because you can't escape. There ain't no fucking escape. You can't escape yourself. You can't escape life. You can't escape reality. You can delude yourself. Discovering honesty was a great thing for me. And honesty is within self-honesty. Like, honesty and self-honesty are different. Though honesty must be within self-honesty, because how could you be dishonest and being self-honest? So, self-honesty. Without self-honesty, then delusion still exists. And I mean, I'm beginning to understand that more and more as I unpeel the onion. It's another slogan, isn't it, really? It's a metaphor. It's supposed to be a quick note about loving thy neighbour as thyself, and the cautionary tale of being around those who are abusive and will abuse, who will seek sympathy from those who believe sympathy is a charitable thing to give, to enable them to have something to do with their time so they can continue avoiding themselves. Well, I must work. If I didn't work, I'd be sat at home thinking. Yeah, right. And you can't do that, can you? Why not? Shut up, Anthony. You are ranting. Wasn't comedy, honest. I'm learning. I'm still learning about self-forgiveness. That's where I'm back with self-forgiveness, back at the beginning. Yeah, understanding really of what you're doing, Anthony, because it is fucking great. Self-forgiveness doesn't give you anything. It's, I'm getting things from it. Though I'm not from myself applying self-forgiveness. There's no issue being taken with my repeating this. Self-forgiveness doesn't give you anything. I am getting self-awareness from it. I'm getting stability from it. So if you're getting something from something, and that something isn't giving anything interesting, words, the limits of words. I've been aware of that for a long time now. So that was a quick vlog about loving thy neighbour as thyself, 10 minutes.